All right. Welcome. Hello, everybody. We're back with. Oops. Hopefully that didn't mess anything up. All right. We're back with some more Duel Commander action, as well as I kind of want to chat about maybe do a little bit of low key brewing with Marvel cards. Depends on how much time we have between rounds. I think. Um, but we're playing Quintorius today. Had a lot of fun with Cloud last week. Did really well. We've been kind of bouncing. I think we like back-to-back 4-1s, if I recall correctly. I don't remember how the Quint League 2 weeks ago went, but I think both decks are very powerful. Very happy to have them both in my arsenal and be playing them both. They're both just very interesting decks. And today we're going to be playing Quint. Next week, probably some more Cloud. And then the week after that, I believe Marvel is out on MTGO. Let me get in the queue while we're just chatting here. But there are a couple cards I have my eye on. I was talking last week, and the cards didn't look that exciting. But there are a couple cards that have been announced since then that I have been keen on brewing with. I already actually built a list that we'll probably talk about today with Doctor Doom as a mono black control deck. It seems very cool. I'll show that off. And then there's also a probably more meme deck that we might try to brew today if we have the time. Um, with the Fantasticar, a card that I think might be really fucked up in Vintage, but we are not Vintage here, so who knows. But I'll show these cards off in a second. We are in the queues. And before we do anything, I guess we just get to play round one. Cool. The rounds slowly start to fire less consistently as the night goes on, so we might get it more into the Marvel cards as people trickle in and we play other matches and stuff. Ooh, the Quint Mirror right off the bat, huh? All right, so we're on the play in the Quint Mirror. Generally, this means that an Accelerate is really good, but just having turn 4 Quint on the play and stuff to stop your opponent's Quint is also very good. I think I'm just going to keep this. We have two pieces of interaction for our opponent's Quint activators, and we just have turn 4. We play turn 2 Saga, and then we have turn 4 go get currency converter or a similar activator for Quintorius, which seems fine. There's no mana rock, but we can answer an opponent's mana rock as they trade break parity. I need to keep remembering to scoot my chair closer. What? My face doesn't seem very lit up. What's up, Blinky Mans? Best DC player in the land of the free. I mean, I didn't do very good in Cool Stuff Con, but that's probably a little bit close to the truth, at least. I can't imagine there are that many good Dual Commander players over here. Best Moto DC player in line of the free. Maybe. Sounds about right. Alright. Let's surveil, because we just want to hit land 4 more than anything. It's not land 4, but it's an activator. Activators are really good. How greedy is it to top this and then play out Saga? We have 2 more draws to. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We could also gamble for a land right now. Play Saga, gamble for land, and then have. We're definitely playing Saga. And then have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 1 in 3rd chance to discard the land though, and we burn our gamble, which we could easily go get a Flager Shenanigans with. I'm just gonna cast it. We can cycle this on turn 3 if we really desperately need to. I think I'd rather hold up March for a turn 2 mana rock. I can March pitch Onthanice. Mill Erode. Interesting. I feel like with Saga in play especially, Erode gets a little bit better because I'm gonna go down a land resolving my Quint. Soon, if they put me the land back up, I won't be able to immediately cast Quint again, but maybe they're digging for lands. They did Mold to 6. Who could say? I guess if I cycle the Furnace, though, then I don't get to make a construct. I don't think the construct's that important. We'll see what happens here. A lot of ways this turn could go down. I wonder if I was even supposed to just, instead of, maybe I was supposed to like gamble for Mana Rock on turn 1, actually, thinking back on it. Although we didn't have an activator, so turn 3 Quint without the activator is not like super exciting. Morning, our mayor. How's it going? Or good evening. I don't know why I said good morning. Can't read, apparently. Gonna shoot my Furnace or play a rock. Both outcomes are pretty acceptable. Magda, sure. Do I want to march this? I don't think I do. I think I just give up on the contract because it's not that important, and then on thin ice this, and then I can hold up. I still have like portable and holding up March available to me. Ooh, I could also oust this. Also, that again, that's not a land, which isn't great. I think now we're going to play land and then gamble for land and then go from there. Because if we can discard like any of our removal spells and none of my cards really matter. What's the best land to pick up here? There probably really isn't one. None of my lands are like particularly useful here. We could gamble for a mana rock here. That's kind of interesting. It's weaker to disruption, but like we could just play mana rock into the 1-drop removal spell, and if we discard it, then maybe that's actually pretty good. Just tutor. Although it doesn't afford me the ability to cycle Furnace in the case that I no, because if I discard it, then I can still cycle Furnace trying to hit the thing. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of fine with this. Goodbye, on thin ice. I think I still will fetch Plains in case of Magus. Although we're gonna have an Arcane Signet in play. Yeah, they missed the land drop. That makes sense. That's why they milled the Erode, I think. They might have, like, Reprieve or Mana Tithe here, which could be... Mana Tithe would be kind of rough. Reprieve wouldn't really matter. Silence would be kind of okay. Ooh, alright, yeah. We can beat Mana Tithe now, too. Ooh. Moto? Moto, I'd like to float mana on my Ursa Saga. Hello? There we go. Reprieve. Makes sense. they play Magda again, do I just march it? I think I do. Just clean up the board. Just discard whatever we draw to the converter. Rather than like potentially missing on land and letting them have the Magda in play. Am I really quiet? Is this like a I'm really quiet, or is this a Min really quiet? Where this is the same volume I'm usually at, but I think they should just concede here probably, but who knows. Cast a Quint with no activators rough. Maybe they have a shenanigans. If they had a shenanigans, we would have seen it cast at some point here, though. They would have cast it over the Magda. Did my computer freeze? Hello, hello? Everything good? My computer is being a little weird. Okay, no dropped frames. My mouse still moves. Maybe just Moto being weird. Hexing Squelcher resolves. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, very dead. Yeah, the Quint mirrors are like kind of a nightmare. It's like very play draw dependent, but you can break parity a little bit with like silences, reprieve, mana tithe, mana rocks, spirit guide, city trader, stuff like that. So it's not like 100%, but the person to play has like a fairly significant advantage in my experience. But yeah, my volume looks fine on OBS too. I don't know. Min always hates my audio though, so my feelings aren't hurt. This hand is dog shit. No accelerators, bunch of really expensive spells. It literally already a mull to 6. Although I did not hear my notification. Oh, there's the notification. VD Bowl, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. This hand is also a little bit. Did I just win against Heibai? No. This is my first match of the night. Maybe my opponent did. My opponent's also playing Quint. Ranieri. This hand's also kind of terrible, but on a mull to 6, I think I'm inclined to keep it. I think I'd rather have a. Although a Johnny doesn't really pressure a Quint very well, assuming they have an activator. One of the ways to try to break parity outside of the like the accelerants that I mentioned is like having more activators in play by the time you get to your Quint, so you can overpower theirs. So maybe like Scrabbling Claws into Cauldron into Fable into Quint is good enough. Go get him, Claws. We're gonna Enlighten Tutor for a Mana Rock here, probably. Unless it's like Desperation Second Land. No, it is just Arcane Signet. This could be bad. Am I winning this one? I'm pretty sure I'm behind in this game, but depends on how many activators my opponent has for their Quintorius, I think. And if my opponent has land 3. Be really nice if they didn't, but I can't imagine that's the case. Just windmill slam the Quint. Makes sense. There's no reason why you wouldn't, unless you had like maybe fourth instead. Yeah. Alright, no activator is good. Fable's nice, keeps my graveyard nice and stocked. For all the exiling I'll be doing. Mill to Furnace, cool. Love to see it. The Ooze, sure. I think I'm discarding. Oh, it depends on my draw step. Are we getting silenced? That's rough. I think I'm just going to discard an Oliphant Ardenvale here. Oliphant is nice with backside of Fable if we get to that stage of the game. I don't think we will. Fury's big. I unfortunately can't Fury plus discharge the Quint because I'm silenced. Do I want to convert Goblin Shaman into a treasure? I don't think so, because there's a chance I can beat, like, I can answer more Quint things on board the following turn. Or just, like, attack and discharge the token that blocks, or something like that. I'm gonna Cauldron whatever they ooze, just to deny them a mutagen token. Oh, we're doing something at my beginning. Oh, we're gonna kill the Goblin Shaman, sure. Not giving me the option of getting a treasure. Sure. Pretty rough. Fury could potentially be a stabilization thing to clean up spirits. But we're definitely very far behind in the... Oh, I should have activated Scrapping Claws, actually. Whoops. Oh, well. Oh, no, then they can fetch a response and get a free guy. Although, I kind of want to discharge a Spirit here, but I might need to keep the discharge in my hand for Fury, honestly. I guess we can Surveil and see if we're trying a red card. Mill Get Lost is a sign of, like, a big sign of strength here. Which is very bad for me to talk. We haven't really talked about the Marvel cards yet. We immediately queued up a match. So we haven't. I've mentioned Doctor Doom and Fantastic Car, but haven't even like pulled them up to show off to chat. This format is hilarious. I love like all like the random bullshit cards that get to be played in this format. It's so fun. portable hole one of my activators. Oof. Take the Soul Cauldron. Yep. Not great. No context. Using the ooze is really funny. Yeah, I think this game is pretty lost here. Yeah. Well, we'll surveil and see if we find, like... I can't even think of the card that would break serve here, but... Certainly not Arcane Signet. Do I want to play land or do I want to discard land to Quint? Really, discarding land and finding City of Traders for the ooze would be really big. We kind of need to keep red card and Fury. If we discard the land, though, we can't find a different red card and have Galvanic Discharge plus Fury to try to manage the board. I think it's probably best that we discard the ooze. Which means we want to play out the land to play around Mana Tithe. Last card. Discarding the ooze is kind of horrible, though, because you want to break spirit token parity. Shenanigans is big. It's also not a card I want to pitch to the Fury. It's really good here if we can like get to the stage of the game, which is a pretty tall order, honestly. I'm just gonna Fury the Shaman and a Spirit token. Do I want a Fury token kill both spirits? Do I not care about this? I'm more worried about like double strike. I might be more worried about double striking tokens than a treasure when they have like 8 billion mana. Plus the reflection can trade for a goblin shaman if I wanted to. Next turn's pretty big. If we can, like, untap with Quint, we might be able to get somewhere with, like, Shenanigans, the portable hole, plus Quint, Dread Shenanigans, Shenanigans, the ooze. Discard Parallax Wave, Jesus. How badly am I about to get fucking browned here? Oh, we could haul the Parallax Wave and then plus the Quint and then play the Parallax Wave just to get, like, more guys. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Do I need to exit? I think I might need to Scrabbling Clause this in response, honestly. I think I just lose if I don't. I mean, it's kind of completely awful, but I don't really think I have a better option. Sure. Shaman's a 3/3. I'm just gonna block both their creatures. They're attacking me. Yeah, I still just block both of these. Shenanigans the ooze first. I said out of order last turn, but Obviously, shoot the thing that can exile my shenanigans before I do anything else. Shoot the ooze. Plus Quint, discard Needle Verge. Shoot the portable hole. Alright, we're not dead. I'm not gonna say that we're alive, but we certainly aren't dead yet. That was pretty strong. Yeah, it was good. It was definitely a good turn. Shenanigans was one of the best possible draws, I think. They got really greedy though. They just like didn't need to loot away the parallax wave with the reflection. If they just like cast it, we just never ever win. They just like don't expose it to the scrabbling claws for no reason. Shenanigans is a sick card. I love Shenanigans. Which is not something I would have said like in 2021 when Blue Red Delver was like fucking browning me with it. In Legacy. Card was tilting when it was like kill your Vile, Dredge, kill your Batterskull on like turn 7. Yeah, unfortunately we also had to use our fetch. We couldn't get Mistveil Plains. But we are currently winning in the Battle of Activators. We have Soul Cauldron plus Shenanigans as like Quintorius activators. They just have this Mistveil Plains. They kind of have this eventually, but as far as I know, this deck usually has like 7 enchantments in it, so I don't really like this card. This is fine. We just get to Swift reconfig the big one. Do I even want a Swift reconfig here? It's mana efficient to do so, but I could just like make this guy exile my Oliphant, make this guy a 4/3, and then just block. They're just attacking me though. Is there a world where I want to keep my guys in play and just try to like fucking kill them? If I make 7 power in guys, then I can make 8 power in guys. That is almost lethal. I can just like take 8, take out the reflection, Soul Cauldron, Oliphant, Soul Cauldron, Fury is 16 is 1 off lethal. I think we just try to stay afloat here. Let's exile my Oliphant and to make a 4/3 and then block the 3/2 here. Are you liking Yoshi's list for D&T? No, I think mono white is still worse than black white. I would just play black white with flutes. I think it's closer, especially in the Tron era, but I still just think black white's really good. I think it can change with Marvel though, and with the Tron ban that's probably going to come with Marvel. Gonna start shattering their things. Think I shatter the Arcane Signet over the Spirit token. I just want to dredge this back more. Maybe it was risky. I guess I didn't really have an answer to this Kiki Jiki ever, though, so I guess maybe it's not risky. Am I a canoptic believer? Can you explain why it's seeing play in that list, or at least to the best of your expertise? I can't say I'm like a huge believer in it. It's like probably it's fine, certainly passable. Um, it got a lot worse because people kind of liked it versus Tron, but Tron now sideboards that giant spaceship that like board wipes everything. So it got a lot worse there. As like not as like plan A versus Tron, but like plan C, where it's like you get to the stage of the game where you could lose to an Ugin, and then you actually like if you Scarab Storm for like 4 or 5, they actually can't really beat it. But it's just like a pretty powerful fair card. I think it's like perfectly fine to put in your decks. Sorry, I'm kind of like half-assing this conversation because I'm down on like 2 minutes on clock, and there might be a game 3 to be played. I can kind of go into more depth on it, in depth on it if you wish. My opponent has like 3 blockers here, so I can't really bolt. I think I'm just gonna pick up this and then discard it. And then pick it up. And then go to combat here, I guess. And then Ghostfire slice this. Good thing you're winning, because no way game... I could definitely finish game 3 in time. 10 minutes is so many minutes. Sure. Just cycling their reprieve. I'm gonna shenanigans this treasure token. Activate Mist Veil Plains, sure. Oh, they don't have the white permanents to do it anymore. Got him. They need to do it in response to me killing their Dranith Magistrate. Bang. Am I crazy, or does Moto look slower than it used to be? Like, each game actually seems to take longer? Moto is running really slowly today. I don't think that's, like, consistent, but... Seam Rip, sure. Just gonna rip the Soul Cauldron. Into, like, a Wrath of God, maybe? Well, let's present the most power. They already milled their Day of Judgment, so there aren't that many more Wraths. But the fact that they're Seam Ripping me isn't great. But, like, we could rebuild from that. This feels like we're gonna get Wrathed. Yeah, there it is. And we can't Mist Veil Plains because of the same reason that they couldn't last turn. Inconvenient, but fine. Our Mist Veil Plains will be back online after we dredge the shenanigans. Is it Gamba time? Feels like it's Gamba time. Do I take the... Unfortunately, I couldn't cast the shenanigans. Do I take, like, the 50-50 on anger? Flage is not double castable here. I could just 50-50 the anger to try to, like, force them into jump block mode. Um... Do I have any other options? Do I just get in them? They just can't win if I get in them, right? They do have a flagstones, but one card in hand. Flage probably better long term. Flage is probably the play, yeah. Flage is probably the safe line, yeah. And it's also really good if we win the 50-50, right? Yeah, let's just get Flage. Oh, we didn't win the 50-50, unlucky. I'm just gonna cast it. Shoot them in the face. 100% to do something gives me a body next turn. Listen, the anger is so much cooler, though. I love anger. I wonder if there's like a better line than either of those choices. Plus the Quint. Hope for the best. Don't even know what they would want to draw here. Alright, well, there's a Swift Reconfig and a Chain to the Rocks for their haul, so they get extra guys. 2 mana. Static abilities on Planeswalkers is like pretty stupid, yeah. They're either like flavor text or like did we need to put this on the card? The design space of putting abilities that aren't just the activated ones, Teferi, Narset, Minsc and Boo. Just like, did we need to be here? We didn't have to do this. Shock. Damn. So they do have 3 blockers to my 3 attackers. I'm gonna just put Armageddon on the bottom of my deck, I guess. I don't know. Probably doesn't matter. Do I just minus? Minusing doesn't kill them, right? They can make 2 blockers, and then I just put them to 1. Oh, no. I Flage, kill a spirit token, and then minus, and then attack them, and then the last card needs to be a removal spell, and then I have a Flage in place, so everything's still fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just realize now how many bodies Flage makes? Yeah, Flage gets double Quintorius triggers. Alright, opponent says GG. Are you winning, son? I didn't think when my opponent cast a Quintorius on turn 3 and we never took it off the battlefield that I was going to win the game on turn 10, but here we are. That's how we do it. So this is while we're waiting when we're in the waiting room. This is my current plans to build Doctor Doom Unrivaled. Should have kept the P-Wave. Yeah, they really fucked up there. If they kept the P-Wave, I don't think I win that game, but they were like they probably drew the the land, the Hall of Helios Generosity for turn. They're like, oh, I can get value off of discarding this, and then picking it back up, and then drawing into it with the Quintorius, and then playing it. But then they didn't think about me exiling it with my Scrappling Claws. But yeah, so Doctor Doom Unrivaled got spoiled like a day or two ago, and I kind of want to see if you can make Mono Black work as just like pure control with an extremely small combo package after you've kind of ground your opponent into dust and exhausted their resources. And maybe the answer is no, but I'm curious. I'm gonna try it out at least. This is my current iteration that I've brewed up, where the combo of Doctor Doom, uh, and where is it? Demonic Consultation means that you just tap your Doctor Doom, hold priority at cast Demonic Consultation, and then you win the game, short of a counterspell or stifle effect or a few other things, because Doctor Doom just says if you draw from a deck with 0 cards, you win. And you just play a shit ton of discard and removal spells, and like a couple of other like big things. Generally, I modeled this deck after a combination of like Shield Dread and Acererak lists that I was kind of copying, and most of them played this kind of side package of Cabal Coffers plus some like big mana cards. So like you play Cabal Coffers and you play a bunch of uh land tutors for your Cabal Coffers anyway, because it's like the best card in your deck, which also works by if you tutor Hall the Bandit Lord in the matchups where you want to go fast. You can Hall the Bandit Lord in your Doctor Doom, so he's haste, and then the combo is actually almost completely uninteractable outside of counter spells. But you can tutor for either of those, and if you tutor for Cabal Coffers, you can ramp yourself into your giant cards like the 2 Ugins, like Emrakul, stuff like that, as kind of an alternate win con when your combo isn't up to snuff. And then in the grindy games, if you do just have a shit ton of mana and you're running out of cards, you can just cast your Doctor Doom over and over again. And eventually, if your opponent doesn't kill him, you can just tap him to draw cards like normally. So who knows? I'm definitely curious if this deck has what it takes. I am intrigued enough to try it out at the very least. I've seen a couple of lists that are also like doing full Doomsday packages, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to resolve Doomsday. That just seems like I'd rather do literally anything else with my time. And B, it does just like add a couple more fluff cards to your deck. You need to play the Doomsday, and then you play like a couple of cards for the Doomsday piles specifically, whether that's like a Cull the Weak for your Doctor Doom plus like a Shallow Grave or a Goryo's Vengeance or like Street Wraith and stuff like that to draw into your pile. It does kind of just glut the deck a little bit. I really like how compact this combo is. It's literally just like Doctor Doom, Demonic Consultation. That's the whole combo. And then you play like a couple of like you play Hall of the Bandit Lord as an enabler. And like maybe you want a couple other activators, like one other haste card other than Hall, like a Lightning Greaves or like even a Swiftfoot Boots to come off of like a Urza Saga, something like that. But who knows? Maybe you want the redundancy of a card that isn't Demonic Consultation as a way to like exile your library. Pseudo Labman Commander Gober. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. But in a way that's like not combo killing them, except in the matchups you want to. You're playing against like Lumar or whatever, then you just like try to turbo find your Hall of the Bandit Lord and tutor for Demonic Constellation, kill them as fast as possible. Doom is actually good. He's like, yeah, he's definitely defensible. Like people were casting Shield Dread. It wasn't a very good deck, but like people were just putting Shield Dread into play in their mono black control decks. I still think Doomsday is probably going to be optimal. I'm not 100% sure about that. I think the things that you really want out of Doomsday are the ability to offer like a very quick and concise kill, the ability to speed up the kill in matchups that it is important to do so, and I just don't really think that Mono Black offers you that range like it does in like the Blue Black X decks where you can set up like Gush Jace piles. Like if you just resolve a Doomsday on turn 3, it's still like really hard to kill your opponent on turn 4. So if you're trying to use Doomsday as that like turbo win condition, then you should maybe just play another tutor to tutor up your Demonic Consultation to try to kill them that way instead. Oh, we got match 2. Perfect timing. So that's my Doomsday deck. Or Dr. Doomsday. Doomsday-less Doomsday, as it were. Um, Very excited to try that out. That might be my day one choice. I think this hand is dog shit. My day one Marvel choice. This hand's also dog shit. Jesus. All right, cool. You I just don't think you would Doomsday on turn 3. You just want to have the option just in case. But like that's what I'm saying. What options do you want to have that? Like what bases are we covering with Doomsday? Because in the long grindy games, if you're resolving Doomsday, then like versus like a control deck on turn 12 or whatever, and then you use and the upside of Doomsday is that you get to demonic tutor 5 times or whatever and build your pile to beat like the control deck. Um then you've already resolved your Doomsday, and that's like half the battle. That's like 80% of the battle. And then the other case, which I think is more important, is the ability to like turbo kill your opponents when they are low in their action. So when Consultation gets countered, you could play other cards if you want to exile your entire deck. And maybe Doomsday is the second best one, but you could also just not cast Consultation until you get to that stage of the game. If you're playing against a blue deck that hasn't answered your in-play Doctor Doom, you can just start tapping it and drawing cards until the coast is clear. What am I doing? I'm on a Molda 5 against fucking Terra on the play, and my hands are all been completely unplayable. Maybe I keep this on 5. Just bottom Fury on Wings of... No, bottom Fury Anger. And just keep turn 3. This hand's so bad, but I think it's better than a Molda 4. Maybe I don't even... Maybe I don't bottom... Hang on. Maybe I don't bottom Fury. Sometimes this deck plays like Mana Dork shit, although... No, fuck it. Yeah, exactly. I think the deck doesn't want to get too lost in the sauce of the combo, or you'd rather just be playing like a better Doomsday deck. I really like how like concise the package is, and you just play a mono black control deck. That's the intent at least. And then it's like maybe 15 to 20%. I really just don't want to resolve a Doomsday in Duel Commander. That just sounds heinous. You like spend 10 minutes figuring out your Doomsday pile, and then you like get Disruptor Fluted, and you just can't beat it because you're a mono black deck. I think we're just milling this. I think we're just milling almost everything that isn't more graveyard cards. Well, these cards are kind of terrible. Yeah, maybe on Wings. We could have bottomed on Wings Gold and kept like Fury or something. It's not great. My options were a little bit slim with this hand. Yeah, I think most Doomsday piles either involve you having a Doom in play without Summoning Sickness, in which case you should just be playing a tutor for Consultation, or um, you have to pass the turn multiple times, which is just a disaster, unless you're playing against like the slowest control deck in the world, in which case you should probably... I don't know how you resolve your Doomsday in the first place. Overlord makes sense. Pretty fucked up magic card. Miss. Wow, they did not miss. Ooh, they have Animate Dead combo. Fun. They just take the Abdel? They took it out of the graveyard? I guess. Maybe I guess they want the Priest of Fell Rights in the graveyard. I don't know. Alright, surely my turn 3 Fable will be good enough. Sometimes the actual Doomsday or deck building puzzle in general is being able to solve that the energy needed to solve the problem makes the problem not worth solving. Why build your pile to beat the cards that they could have when you could just not build a pile? You just tutor consultation and just slam jam it. There is obviously some downside of like what happens if your consultation gets thought seized, and then you say, well, I have Yawgmoth's Will. What happens if your consultation gets thought seized and then exiled? Then maybe you get fucked. Maybe you just have to win with Ugins and stuff. Maybe you want to play a Mirror of Fate or a Leveler or some other card as like another or like a Inverter of Truth or some shit like that as a backup. Exile your whole deck win condition, but oh cool, we're just getting flashed. Awesome. Okay, they're just blowing up my Fable. I mean, I guess they could also gonna blow up my land. My Dust Bowl! No! I needed that! That was my whole plan, to have any shot of winning this game. Oh, never mind. Dust Bowl, you're still on. Do I suicide my Goblin Shaman to activate the Dust Bowl right now to potentially take them off of, like, something? My son is obsessed with the Down by the Bay song. I need some more good animal rhymes for it. What am I rhyming something? I'm confused. Suicide Goblin to get the Quint out, and then it doesn't die. It goes to 1. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of fair. If we, like, draw Activator, we can then, like, on Wings of Gold and do something somewhere. Good evening, are we winning? Not this game. Although that's what I said last game, and then we did win. So clearly that means we'll win this game, too. Let me discard this Castle Ardenvale, because it is currently a tap land. Perfect mana base. It's fine, we'll draw the... We will plus Quint into... We'll draw step, and the Quint plus will draw us into White Source, and then also Simian Spirit Guide Graveyard Ghost Vacuum to beat the reanimation spell in the Woodfall Primus. I suspect that the efficacy of Doom in that shell that gives access to blue is way better than mono black. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, Doom could just be an enabler in, like, a blue-black deck. You could put, like, a Doomsday package in blue-black, like, Reanimator, even, because you're already playing, like, Shallow Grave and Goryo's Vengeance, and then you just have, like, this out to Doomsday them. That involves, probably, that can sometimes involve Shallow Grave your, Doom. But you can get, like, Anime Dead killed. Nope. Not yet. Soon. Ah, the perfect draw. What the fuck is my plan? I think I'm gonna discard this mountain, because if we don't draw another land, if we don't draw like a white land, we're dead anyway. Maybe we discard the on wings. Like, if I'm playing Snowcovered Mountaineer, I just never, ever, ever, ever winning. Yeah, that's about right. Do you know that song "Down by the Bay" where watermelons grow back to my home? I dare not know. I have no idea what that song is. Duress me. Yeah, sure, whatever. My mother would say then it's some rhyme like a llama wearing pajamas. Wait, I still don't understand what the intent is here. Is it like animal plus thing? Is that the rhyme that you're supposed to do? Could I have marched this? No, right? It's 8. 1 plus 6. Yeah, only 7. Fly wearing a tie. Does it have to be wearing? Okay, no, duck driving a truck. Alright. This doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, I don't really know what the fuck our plan is besides lose horribly. That's like 1/5 of a plan. They have 3 cards in hand. Do I just like play on Wings of Gold, take 5? Yeah, whatever. Just kill me. I guess they have a survival, so I probably shouldn't have done this. But like, we're dead. This game was over like 3 turns ago. I lost to D&T tonight to someone who lurks in the Discord. Can we stop giving them tips? I don't know. Maybe play a better deck. That'd probably help. Like a shark. Wait, he did donate for this, so I should give it my good college try. Shark in a park. I like. Frog on a log. That's like a very classic one. I do love frogs. Frog in a bog. Frog's an easy rhyme. What's happening? They got grief. Yeah, that's fine. It's not even that scary. That's probably pretty scary. They have a grief and just play the mirror, and if you're better, you usually win. Yeah, right. Good enough. They get to Miracle, Metamorph, and Atraxa, Grief Me, and whatever. I'm off it. Or horrendous Mold of 5, and then we got flashed on like turn 3. Like, what do you want from me? A goose on the loose. Alright, yeah, this hand's fine. Graveyard Hate card. Kill spell. Fable. I'm gonna play tapped Quarry Mountain Monastery. We have no ones, and I don't know if I'm gonna draw planes. Flash definitely has poor vibes. I get it, because none of the Flash decks are like that good. It's just like one of those cards. It's like, I don't know if I don't know if we need this one. I already made this case last stream when we also lost to like turn 2 Flash or whatever, but like it seems like it doesn't really make sense with how a lot of the ban list is operated, in that they banned a lot of like the super high variance cards that are like immensely powerful. It can like flip games on their head and are like really hard to play around, and then just kind of Flash exists. And then sometimes you just get turn 2 Flash and you lose. Please, no discard spell. That's fine. I realized in my comment about doing me good in blue black, you can just play Lab Man. Yeah, or they usually play Jace. That's usually they play that package in a lot of blue black decks, is like Tainted Pact Jace. Time for it to ooze. We can Chain Lightning a Terra. I don't even know if I would. I'd probably just play Fable, I guess. We can take 4, doesn't really matter. I lose this card so much as like a graveyard deck, I don't really get it. This card just like continually just beats my shit in. Oh wow, no second land. Huge. Do they keep 7? Are they like just sickos? They just they just kept this 7? They have like show and tell? Hunting grounds? It's if you have threshold, whenever your opponent casts a spell, you can like cheat a creature into play from your hand. I'd literally never seen it until I like last time I played against Terra, and then just like beat the shit out of me. Yeah, I had literally never seen this card for so long. Are there any good rhymes? There's no animals in my hand. Elephant? Wow, elephants are a tough one to rhyme, huh? What rhymes with elephant? I'm gonna discard Chain Lightning, Sundering Eruption. Wait, no, this is my only untapped land. Discard Monumental Henge. Attack with Shaman. Shock and play around like a Mana Tithe effect. Oh, maybe they're just killing it. Sure. Worldly Tutor. Could be terrifying. Who knows? Do I quint? Do I just fucking shoot their wild? I just shoot the wild growth, right? Like for sure. I think I just witch enchant to this wild growth. They have an overlord on top, guarantees. They're just gonna miss their land drop again. Lets me chip away at their graveyard. Why not just blow up the land? Oh, well. But then this is my land drop. And they would get a basic, right? I guess I could shuffle away the Overlord too, but I could also just give them the Overlord as a dead draw. Although then I'm not shooting the Hunting Grounds, and eventually they will mill 4, which is like kind of a little bit scary. You'd Sundering Eruption. They for sure have basics. Like, I think I'd rather have a Witch Enchanter than a Sundering Eruption, no? You want to shuffle their thing away? I shouldn't have discarded my Monumental Hinge if this was my plan. We also Enlighten Tutor if we Sundering Eruption, notably. And we can go get like another Graveyard Hate card. And then we'll have 4 mana. We can Quint. Yeah, it's probably good. Because it also cuts them off of like way more colors too. Puts them down to 1 color. I should have like not discarded the Monumental to play it now, and then I could Witch Enchanter the Hunting Grounds after. But I don't think we're gonna lose to the Hunting Grounds at this point. So, oops. Yeah, okay, they're off it. Cool. All right, well, 2 complete non-games, but they kept that hand. They didn't have to. Maybe it was a good enough one lander, but like they could have hit the mulligan button. We did hit the mulligan button, and then we died. Is Terra technically 5 color? Yes, correct. This is a 5 color deck. All right, running it back. But yeah, 5 color reanimator. Not really enchantress, kind of yes, but just like a couple of enchantments that go along with Terra. They usually play well into the reanimator stuff anyway, like Hunting Grounds, Animate Dead. A couple of those quality ones, like Leyline Binding and what have you. God, I was ripping, just like tearing my opponent to shreds like 5 seconds ago about keeping a 1-lander, and then I'm just gonna like snap keep this 1-lander. But like it's Surveil. If we miss, we have Enlightened Tutor for Saga, play Ghost Vacuum, and then if we miss again, then we're fucked. But like, come on. All right. I'm sorry I made fun of you, opponent. We're gonna lose by keeping a 1-lander on 7-2. It's chill. Estimation of Ancient Den. I find that it doesn't come up enough fuck, to be better than just Saga, but obviously when your Landlight tutoring Saga isn't the best thing in the world, we can at least E-tutor Saga Ghost Vacuum into Arcane Signet. which will hopefully buy us a decent amount of time. Hunting grounds? This fucking Overlord keeps showing up, man. Miss. Oh, they did not miss. They get Emperor Bones. But we have Ghost Vacuum for it. Or the Iona, I mean. This is like one of those games where you keep the zero land double force hand versus Storm. Kinda, yeah. No! We're so fucked, man! What's the play now? Just take the fucking raw draw. What'd they pitch? They pitched the Emperor. Alright. Grief is cheating. True. I don't think I'm allowed to cast this Enlightened Tutor. Because it just doesn't do anything. Enlightened Tutor for Saga and then die. I need to, like, pray to God that they somehow don't have um a reanimate spell for this Iona, which they very clearly do. We rip land, I don't even think we win. Is the thing. We need to rip land and then live a turn cycle and then win, yeah. Which I don't think happens, like, ever. We have no, like, 0 mana graveyard hate to go tutor here. No Tormod's Crypt to go pick up. I'm sorry I made fun of you, opponent. How big's Iona? 997777. Do we have other red enchantments? Can we kill an Iona if they reanimate it? Not that that's, like, a good plan. We milled our Fable. I don't think we have any other red enchantments, do we? Exhume, huh? They name white. We have to just rip a random red card because we can't E-tutor for it? Jesus. Didn't play around Exhume by Pitchy Fury. That wouldn't have worked. That's sorely red card. Alright. So now we play Arcane Signet. We really want... I guess the issue is that we need Graveyard Hate card as well, but we just don't have enough time for that. We just need to rip a red card. They hit Swift Reconfig. Great, so we need to rip red card this turn, or they Swift Reconfig their Iona. Alright, well, they miss land drop. We take 11, go to 2. We... something. Disruptor Flute, the Swift Reconfig. Swift Reconfig turns Iona into an uninteractable vehicle? Correct. If I had, like, shenanigans, I could kill it after that, but... Static Prison, my arcane signet. I think I'm not fluting now. I think I'm making a guy. It's worse if they have white land here, but I think I need to get very lucky to win this game anyway. I'm not supposed to chump block there. I can chump block next turn and then turn into a thing too. Oh well. Technically works. But like, then what? Then we just get second random mirror spelled and we die, but like what's the game plan here? I wish I had a servo to block with, I think. Pyro this, galvanic discharge it, pass. Yeah, I guess that's the only possible fucking plan, huh? I think I want to pyro over Fury. I guess if they're reanimating a thing, they're just gonna reanimate the Iona again and own me, so I'd rather Fury instead of Pyro. They have 5 cards in hand. They have 4 cards and a Swift Reconfig in hand. I guess that's a reason to sack on the Retrofitter. They could always use that to take it out of commission. Surely none of the cards in their hand are removal spells or counter spells. The 2.2 Ts this represents can't be worth it. I mean, we could play like a little bit longer. Who knows what happens this game? I mean, I guess we're gonna get overlorded. That's what's gonna happen in this game. I think we're actually 0% here, even without the reanimation spell. Yeah, alright, sure. Fair enough. I lose to that deck way more than I feel like I should with like the mono graveyard hate, but it is what it is. A lot of things had to go wrong for the game to turn out like that in my defense. Like, we not only did we like have the one lander that missed, we also the surveil hit the only red enchantment in our deck. So we couldn't E-tutor for the red enchantment to do the Fury Galvanic Discharge line like 17 turns earlier. I also did disrespect the concept of a mulligan, yes. But we also got griefed on turn 2, didn't we? No, because we... No, yeah, we did, because I would have cast the... Like, if we're not... The only ways to beat the grief turn 2 is if we have some of the, like, turn 1 graveyard hate specifically, which isn't, like, a huge swath of our cards. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in our deck. Beat the turn 2 grief. Our hand was pretty redundant, but I did make fun of it is karmic justice. I did deserve it for sure, because I made fun of my opponent for keeping a one lander and then had like a really good one lander that I was like, I should probably keep this, and then it did not pan out. So that's on me. Karmic Justice, the magic card. I'm not. You couldn't tell me what that card does. It's fine. All right, where's the other thing? I wanted to make this fucking meme-ass deck between rounds here. Is it a commander card? What's this stupid car? Fantastic Four car? Where the fuck is this card even from? Fantastic car. Perfect. All right, here's our goat right here. I think this card is monumentally fucked up in Vintage and like potentially fucked up in Legacy, but as far as Duel Commander goes, I don't think this is it, but it might make for like one really funny league to play if we play this card as our commander. Karmic Justice is like when your opponent blows up something of yours, you get to do the same to them. That sounds about right. I mean, that is what Karmic Justice is, right? Conceptually. I'm gonna give a shot in Raker shops this weekend. Isn't it not, or just is it like proxy for fun? It's not legal until like the 24th or something. But I think where this card is most fucked up is going to be just like vintage Raker shops, if anywhere. There's a chance it makes a splash in Legacy, but obviously it's just like needs a lot more support there. Just so you know, I screamed at my phone for you to not keep the hand while driving home. I think that hand is defensible. I think that I should have kept that hand. It did not work out, but I think it has a very good odds of working out. It has to like get thought seized and then also miss like several turns in a row. And then they also need to have like the turn 3 because if we miss, then we can still like E-tutor for the secondary graveyard hate card. I was telling my homeboy they would have to bend over backwards just to make sure no Iron Man card was Workshop's playable, but I didn't think about the Fantastic card. That's really on me. Yeah, this card just should have cost 4. This is just one of those cards that just I feel like Wizards R&D should just have like on their wall, just like, hey, if you're printing an artifact, maybe think about how it works with Mission Workshop. You don't need to think about it like too hard, but like I don't know, just give it like a passing thought. I think it's defensible. You're so meant to lose. I for sure. After how game 2 went, and then the things that I said about their game 2 hand, I should have mulliganed just based on how the world would have ruminated against me. Marvel said is Aryan Kamikawa plus Black Panther. That is one way of putting it. Anyway, let's brew this deck. Let's make a new Mox field and brew the Fantasticar. Causing 4 wouldn't be the end of the world, just since you other fast men and make it work anyway. Yeah, I think it would be playable, but not just like eye-rollingly like, okay, this is really fucked up if we're putting it in like workshops decks. Like, it's just one of those cards. It's like we could have just made it cost 1 more. It's also like it's the Fantastic Four car. It splits into 4/4/4s and like needs 4 spells to trigger, and it costs 3. Really? Like, come on. Is the Fantasticar on? I doubt it's on Moxfield yet, huh? Oh no, it is. Shit. The fact that it's a 4/4 Fantasticar that makes 4/4/4s, triggers on 4 spells, it costs 3. Like, it had to have started at 4, and they're like, maybe we should make this a little better. It's the fucking Grizzlebrand situation all over again. Someone at Watsy was reading Justin's tweets about enjoying vintage. He was like, "I will fuck his life up." Alright. Alright, Fantasticar image is not yet on Moto, but we all know what it does now. Anyway, I didn't actually read the card aloud. I just kind of expected the viewers at home to be reading. But if you cast 4 non-creature spells in the same turn, like while a Fantasticar is in play, you can sacrifice it and you make 4/4/4 flying haste constructs, which is absolutely nuts. Like, we could have done without some of these keys. Like, maybe they didn't have haste, maybe they didn't have flying, maybe there weren't 4 of them, maybe this card didn't need to cost 4 or 3. Like, this is one of those cards that I think is just like, we couldn't, well, we don't, I get that WotC R&D doesn't need to devote the brain space to think about like Legacy and Vintage, but like, we could just like, I don't know, think about it for like 5 seconds. Anyway, step 1 is we're going to do the 4/4. Yeah, because the card splits up into like the 4 pods. We're gonna do a Scryfall. I don't know why I'm googling Scryfall. So go into Scryfall. We're gonna Scryfall search for for literally every single card in Magic that we can play. for 0 mana that triggers the Fantasticar. So what is that? Colorless. I guess it doesn't have to be an artifact, but I think it is pretty much going to be artifacts because it's going to anything that isn't a creature and isn't a land that costs that is legal in Duel Commander that costs 0 mana. Mana value equal to 0. Is colorless commander. This is how this works, right? $34. All right, and we add every single one of these into the deck. There's no good way to import this, huh? I just gotta do this like one at a time, right? There's no like move. Wait, no, cards as text only. Oh, fuck, this is not useful. Cards as checklist. This is not useful either. You can drag. Wait, you can drag and drop from from Scryfall to Moxfield. Really? Wow, that's crazy. Has science gone too far? Oh shit. This one, this one, this one, this one. Chalice of Void's kind of funny because it's terrible. Clown Car, sick as hell. Darksteel Relic. Delif's Cone. Anyone in chat want to give me the Oracle text on Delif's Cone without looking it up? No idea what the fuck that card does. I am not about to read it. Jeweled Amulet, probably the best 0-drop in the deck, because it can also ramp you into a turn 2 Fantasticar. What do you give me for it? I don't know. A nice pat on the back. What were the parameters of this search? Cards that are legal in a colorless commander deck that cost 0 mana that aren't creatures. Basically anything that triggers Fantasticar for 0 mana. Where am I? Jeweled Amulet, Kite Shield, Lodestone Bauble. Ignoring these suspend ones because they don't work quite as well because they all have suspend 3. If any of them had suspend 2, they'd be nice. We're going to play Mox Jasper. Literally has no text in our deck. Mox Tantalite, the same problem as Lotus Bloom. Paradise Mantle, Sigil of Distinction, Soul Talisman. They all have suspend 3. Spellbook, Spider Silknet, Tormod's Crypt, Urza's Bauble, Welding Jar, and Zurin Orb. Yeah, 31, right? Because we had 3 suspend cards. And we had 34 cards originally. Gun to my head, guess I'm dead. I'm for sure dead. I couldn't tell you what Herbal Poultice, Gusta's Scepter. Did I queued for a match, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Delif's Cone. There's no way that playing this many shitty 0-drops is worth it. This is a glass cannon deck. We're a colorless commander, so we're already scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like, we can't play good cards in our deck. This is like the deck is built around casting Fantasticar on turn 2 or 3 and then playing 3 0-drops and then making 4/4/4s and fucking killing them. This deck is not good. This deck is definitely going to be like a meme one time. Yeah, we're here for the screenshot equity, not the 5-0. This deck is not the one I believe in. I think Doom has good shot. I think this deck is going to be complete dog shit, but it'll be really funny for like one league, I think. And then Tooth and Scale of Chiskoria count, right? Tooth wait, can I just search Chiskoria? Because they are 3-drop artifacts that have affinity for artifacts. Which means if you have Fantasticar and 2 zeros, then they work as your 3rd card. Because you can cast them for free. Here's my list for anyone that cares. Oh yeah, I didn't start with your list, but that's fine. I like building from scratch. And I got to do the meme of dragging in 33 0-drop artifacts, which is just really funny. Herbal Poultice was really fringe in Modern Affinity for a time. Alright, let me read this card. Wow, this card's dog shit. What the fuck? Why were we ever fucking playing this? We just didn't have didn't have enough welding jars. We're doing the search for colorless non-creatures with affinity. I think it's literally just Tooth and Scale, right? Affinity for artifacts. Colorless. Go. You probably play these guys anyway as just like backup guys. Probably not this one. Mirror Enforcer and Sojourner's Companion are definitely good because wait, I can just drag and drop because we can play Ugin's Labyrinth, right? This deck probably just wants to play every soul land in existence. So even if you have like, maybe we play Microsynth Golem anyway, just for like extra Ugin's Labyrinth. Gotta get Ravager. Oh yeah, Ravager for sure goes in here. We gotta add. Well, let's add the cards that are absolute slam dunks, and then we gotta like fill out 20 card slots because we have 33 must haves, and we have like about 40 lands, so we do have to play like 26 bad colorless cards, right? Approximately. Hang on, let's fill out the lands. I think the lands. Let's play Arcbound Ravager while he's here. I gotta give some credit to my goat. Oh, why did I search Arcbound Ravager? What the fuck am I doing? What colorless draw spells do we have access to? Fucking none? How many mana artifacts are there? We probably play a lot of the 2-drops, but those don't actually help you, like, accelerate into a turn 3 Fantastic Card, which is the ideal play. But sometimes your Fantastic Card will get answered, and you do want to get to 5 mana, so we will probably play some number of, like, mana artifacts. Anyway, what am I fucking doing? Colorless lands. We want, like, 40, right? So the name of the game here is the 365 lands that have a colorless identity. Crazy. I think you just want like creature lands here because you're dealing 16, and if your opponent casts like a Wrath, you instantly lose the game. So you just want all like the Mutavaults and like fucking Blinkmoth next size shit like that. Well, let's just start adding lands. We might cut them if we get to over 40, huh? Adventurers in, it's just a thing with an effect. We're not hitting them 4 times. The game's ending before any of these things matter. Banned. Very, very, very banned. For better or for worse. 5 mana to draw a card? Yeah, probably not happening. I don't really want to play tap lands, but maybe. Ash Barrens doesn't really do shit. Technically you could. It's not very good. Enters tapped, not very good. Blast Zone for sure. Get in there. We can't beat a Disruptor Flute. Blinkmoth Nexus. Huge. This is a creature land, kind of. I didn't even know this card existed. It's just like updated Zelfurin Void or whatever the fuck. We do get to play Kozilek's Command. Do we? I don't know if we play any of the Ugins. Are they all like a billion mana? I'm not reading that. Buried Ruin seems probably fine. Cactus Preserve. This is technically a creature land, but it comes in tapped. Also doesn't actually tap. Oh no, any type, not any color. Yeah, I don't think it's good enough as like a 3/3 creature land that also comes in tapped. Oh, Castle Doom. Huge, huge pickup. We turn all of our fucking shitty ass 0 drops into 3/3s after we get in. Yeah, okay, this is never getting activated. That's fine. I didn't put legal in Duel Commander or whatever. City Traders, enormous. We want things that let us turn 2. Cloud Post, we want things that let us turn 2. We can Cloud Post into Planar Nexus, which we'll get to eventually. Command Beacon, huge. Oh. Well, that was fun. Back to it. We'll bring it back up after the next round. Passing up on the opportunity to give your white legends banding. I know. How unfortunate. Alright, this hand seems pretty nice. We have like Because we technically don't have turn 3 Quint because this Wrangler is currently tapped. But we have a Shatter versus the Artifact deck. We have a removal spell, mana ramp. Sam just seems very good. Very happy with it. I've never seen this spell bomb in my life. I'm gonna be so real. Oh, I can just play the Serena Glory tapped. Yeah, everything's fine. Okay. We do have turn 3 Quint. We might want to Shatter instead, but who knows. Hopefully they play like Emery here. Would be nice. Just like a very low value turn. Nope. What the fuck is this? Fascinating. That's really good in the Affinity deck. Well, we portable hole it, I guess. Are we really going to be the second deck ever running Aeoli pile? Do you want to run that one by me again? Opponent's really pottery. I was about to leave, but now I'm curious. The Krang deck is pretty cool. Iron is really strong against it, at least. We get like turn 3 Quint, and then we get to like... Oh dear, are we getting turn 3 Kranged? I didn't track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, they're off by 1, right? Nice. A Zeus staple Aelio pile costs 2 to 1 tap sag shock something. And we'll get there when we get there. We haven't gotten to playing bad cards that don't cost 0 mana or our lands yet. I could try to like prevent the Krang stuff, but I think we just slam Quintorius. I think that's the best way to keep up here. I think I'm going to discard this Flage. Maybe not. Maybe we discard this uncastable Chain to the Rocks. I might end up like casting the Flage on the Phyrexian Walker just to take them like lower on affinity or something like that. Chain to the Rocks is really nice if we find a mountain though. We discard Slice. Slice just costs 3 mana all the time. Sure. Did Tasker stop being a thing? No, Tasker's definitely still around. And now they play the Krang. Draw 3. If we draw a fetch land, can we get to Flage at any point here? Elegant Powder Mill puts us to 3. Quintorius plus discarding Flage plus the mill puts us to 4, so no. So we just spend this turn reacting to the opponent's board, and then next turn we like Arena Flage them. I think I kind of want to shatter their Jeweled Amulet and Elegant Parlor, Chain to the Rocks, the Krang. Krang costs 10 mana, and they'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They'll be 2 off. But then we could also plow it again, and then fuck their shit up with Haste Flage after that. I guess we had plus first, huh? I'm gonna discard this. I don't want to discard the Flage, I think. I don't want to expose it to like Graveyard Hate if my opponent finds like a Tormod's Crypt. I'm gonna just ditch the Tithe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can even plow the Memnite depending on what they do here. They're getting close. If they just play land drop into 0-drop artifact, would I plow the Memnite? Maybe not. I mean, I guess if they have zero, if they have 2 zeros, we can always double Flage the Krang, so it's not like the end of the world. Land. Oh, this does not do anything. Isn't this -2 mana for +2 mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? I'm missing. Oh no, improvise is artifacts, right? Yeah, never mind. They can tap these. Okay, yeah. So we just let this happen then. Plotting the Midnight, they still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, no, they would have been one off, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe they would have been one off. Oh well. Yeah, this is like a draw one Krang. This is not that threatening. Yeah, I think this game's just going to be over here. Yeah, okay, they're off it. We just need to haste Flage and murder them. What are we playing? We are playing Quintorius History Chaser. Although I think he's slightly off screen if I do it like that, huh? Yeah, readable enough. Is there any combo? Not really. It's just like a bunch of synergies with the Graveyard Hate artifacts. Just exile your own graveyard. At some point I was playing a combo with like Basalt Monolith, Mesmeric Orb, plus a card that shuffled itself back into your deck after you milled it. But it's just like a control deck as currently built. I mean, I always like think about whether or not Arid Mesa or not Arid Mesa. I always think about whether or not Arena of Glory is like actually worth it because this deck is so low on creatures. But then you just have like the Flage Arena games. It's just like, all right, yeah, you're probably just free roll it, even if your deck doesn't have a lot of creatures in it. Arena of Glory is just like such a huge power spike of a card. You just escape Flage with Arena, and your opponent just instantly loses. Pyroblast is really good. Flute's really good. Slice is not very good. Plow's fine. Yeah. I'm just gonna play this tapped. my opponent casts a pyroblastable spell that I need to answer on the stack on turn 2 that I can't just hit and instead, then I just get got. I think I'll play that next turn. This turn, I think I'm just going to cast Flute on Krang. Ethereum Sculptor. Oh, that's a good target for Plow. Sure. Scary. Wait, what the fuck are we... We're capping me? Oh dear, no, 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 no. Hey, let's calm down with that one. Hey, chill, chill, buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I think I'm just gonna play Flute on Krang for safety reasons. Like they're not currently on the ability to cast Krang, but if we put them even further away from their ability to cast Krang, then the City Trader's like a huge liability. Let's play around. Days, you never know. Nope, I can't spell Krang. What if it doesn't take my first 3 letters input? Krang Mastermind. Why are there 4 Krangs? Fucking turtle set. Triple check. It's probably game. Yeah. All right. Well, we did it. All right. Back to the lab. Can we play 40 lands in this deck that do things that are better than surveilling 1? I guess I should be adding these cards to the deck now and then removing them when they're bad. Oh, damn it. These matches are coming too fast for me to brew up this fucking dog shit deck. Asmo, alright. Alright, we're not keeping this in. 4 alt printings of every card reminds me of the Pithiniel on Borborigbo situation. So much worse on Moto when it just gives you all the options. You should play Field of the Dead. I probably would if it wasn't banned. Eesh, this hand is ugly. Faithless Looting will make it good, right? We have City Traders, which is a good magic card. They just nuke all the cards with sauce. They nuked a lot of the very hard to answer cards, yes. Yeah, that card is also not legal in Modern. The card's pretty fucked up. I think I'm just gonna rip this Faithless Looting. I think I just want to find, like, removal spells or, I don't know, good cards. Make my hand a little bit better. Removal spell's good, alright. Is it bad that I like kind of want to keep this Geddon and just like turn 2 Bolt, turn 3 Quint, turn 4 Geddon? I like that's just my whole plan. Just discard like I think I'm gonna discard the 2 flex lands and just play plains, play around like a Magus of the Moon out of them or something. I don't hate it. I don't love it. They finally simplified Amulet to the point where it's monitored much easier to play, steamrolls everything. They just banned a card out of it, and then they made even worse loops from what I've heard. I'm gonna play this Rugged Prairie because after I cast Armageddon, I don't want to have a Rugged Prairie as my only land. I'd rather have plains as my only land. I also just hate Rugged Prairie, and I want to blow it up as soon as possible. Because tapping filter lands on Moto makes me angry. And this turn, they'll just like or they'll cycle into Asmo, and everything will be fine. Nice, yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we slam jam this Quint. I guess maybe I was supposed to play the plans because I'm probably gonna discard this to the Quint. I guess it doesn't matter. Kill your thing. Move to discard. Nice. +1 card value. Oh, nope. That thing has text, I guess. I am... Ah, fuck me. I'm going to discard this Plains, because I might need this Fury to clean up a board state before I get in them. Maybe it's a little bit greedy, but... not great. Unideal, but we still have more draws. Yeah, I fully agree, Lawrence. The amulet was like gated a little bit because it just like never saw enough play rate because it was too big brain for people. But it was really it was really fucked up and just had been fucked up for like years. They gonna they're slicing my face and not Quintorius. Fascinating plan. Well that's a bummer, huh? Kind of wish I had a land. We can silence them in their upkeep. I'm not even gonna silence them in their upkeep here. What does this card do? It's a lot of damage. Do I silence them and then reprieve them here? Or do I just like fucking Fury them? I guess no, they'll have 5 power of things in play because they're gonna discard a card and then play the Asmo. No, they can't play the Asmo. I'm just gonna reprieve this and not silence them. The perfect draw. There's like a world that it's correct to just like talisman into Armageddon them. It's gonna be tough for me to win from there though. Also tough for them to win. I don't know. Whenever you discard a card, you can put a 1/1 counter on it. So they could make it a 2/2 and then a 3/3 and then a 4/4 and then like a 5/5 even if I silence them. I kind of want to cast looting here, low key. Hmm. Maybe I am getting them. How about simply Fury? I mean, Fury's fine. It's like not great because they can cast Asmo and answer my Fury, and then there's still a 3/3 in play that I have to deal with. Is part of my issue here. I wonder if I was supposed to like silence reprieve there. Just so I had like a free turn to develop. I don't know if I was drawing like specifically Talisman though. I think I'm fine casting Looting. Heat is nice. We have instant land. We'll have creature and sorcery. Am I off the Geddon plan? I feel like the Geddon plan is still pretty good. Yeah, now we don't have to use the Fury. We can pitch Anger plus Silence, and then Talisman Heat is the play, I think. Do you think they discard on end step here, if I let them? How greedy do I get? Because if I let them untap, it's actually really bad for me, right? Because then they have the ability... I'm just going to heat this now. I'm a coward. I don't know why you would do that in response, but okay, sure. Do I have to be cognizant of this fucking 8 damage coming out of the graveyard at some point? Flute Quint? That's kind of fine. I might get it now. Looting Blood token? Your Asmo costs 3, though. They cycled, sure. Cycle again. Badlands in hand. I think it just has to be get in time. It's awkward that they have Badlands in hand as one of their 2 cards. If they have 2 more lands, then we could get Asmode, but we're 1 land away from casting like Parallax Wave, 2 lands away from casting like Fury and stuff. I think now is probably the best time for me to get in. We're also kind of scared of this fucking Zapin punching me in the face at some point. I think I'm favored in this top deck war with my 2 mana rocks, but I mean my commander's turned off and theirs costs 3 mana, so maybe not like incredibly favored. Ooh, Mana Tide is pretty nice. Everything's fine. Your Discord isn't this madness for? Oh, this is madness for 2. I can't see it. Where is it? Well, I definitely don't want them to resolve that. Get that shit out of here. Discard a card, play Asmo. Yep. Land unlocks literally all of our stuff. Alright, well, we take 3. Not like the end of the world, but kind of funny. They're not sapping us. They might have forgotten. Or maybe they're gonna cookbook? I think I'm gonna play Parallax Wave here. Insulates me for a while. I can set up like a Parallax Wave my own Fury turn. Protects me from getting sabined. Or like buy back one of these fuckers with the cookbook or something. Yeah, I think they're just not realizing how this works. Parallax Wave is at 2. I can hit them for 6 plus 6 plus 6 is only 18 if I haste in Fury just to hit them. It's pretty close to lethal. 6, down to 1, 6 them again, down to 0, 6 them again. Is just short, and then the Asmo kills my Fury. I feel like it's correct, given that all of my removal is sorcery speed, and we just have like 2 fucking Wraths. Oh, we had Elegant Parlor still on our deck. Maybe it was slightly less correct. I didn't even think about that. We actually had to draw specifically Mountain to have haste. I guess they're also not dead because they have food tokens, but if they sack too many food tokens, the Asmo won't be able to kill the Fury. Yeah, I can use the Parallax Wave to kill the Fury, but then we're pretty scared of this Sabin just killing me unless we can find like Graveyard Hate card. This Sabin's just gonna blitz me to death. Oh shit. Beat down. We have 8 here, so they need to sack like all of their food tokens. I guess only 2 of their 3 food tokens, but problems are going to sack another food token, go to 3, and then they get to Asmo my Fury. Gamble? What are you discarding here? Just putting something in your yard? A madness spell, maybe? Like a bolt? Oh, it's Ox. Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe I do want to just Parallax Wave my Fury then. Um, I love how you get in this game. Yeah, we both have like 5 mana now. I guess if I wait a turn, it's probably still fine, because if I eat the Fury now, the Fury's going to kill the Asmo, but then the Asmo kills the Fury, and then I can chump block for a turn, but then I Wrath, and I can just delay that whole process if I just don't do anything right now. Oh. Gamble for Flage has got to be insane, right? I guess I just take the 1 and 3, right, and just cast it right now. It's just that easy. Just taking game actions for the sake of taking game actions, sure. I respect it. All according to plan, was never worried about how that game was going to go. Slight power level discrepancy in gambles there. I briefly thought that they were gonna like Croxa me, but their mana base was like 4 mountains and 1 black source, which was like kind of wild. I have seen this like Asmo list. I think I've played against it like a couple of times before. That it's like almost purely mono red, but I don't know. It seems so free to just also play the good black cards, right? His hand seems fine. Removal spells, graveyard hate, lands, hard to pass up. Oh, we got the turn 1 Asmo, powerful. I don't get why you'd not play good mana. I think that's the draw, right? Is that you play like an almost purely mono red deck, and your deck mostly just has black cards that cycle for colorless mana, and then like you have a couple black sources to like cast them in a pinch. But generally speaking, your plan is just to like play a mono red deck. But like I don't get why you'd play like the black cards are really good. I don't know why you wouldn't play a deck that just has like Thoughtseize and shit. Good book. Bomat. Alright. This card might get a little out of hand if I can't answer it. I'm just gonna play Ghost Vacuum and tap land, conserve life. Yeah, it's like if Cloud was white red, but you're like, I don't really want to play red cards. It's probably not worth the mana base restrictions. No, you just play like the best cards in your colors. I don't think the appeal. They're not even like playing like snow covered mountains. They're like, oh, I really want to like Winter Moon the like greedy mana bases or something. Like they're probably playing like Magus, but what does this card do if I steal it? Okay, it's pretty terrible. My Ghost Vacuum. That's fine. I don't really care. If I had shocked, I could have redirected that to their Bowman, actually. That would have been nice. Would have taken like 8 million damage, though. I kind of want this Iganjo as a potential answer to this Bowman before it gets too out of hand. Is it worth 3 damage? I think it is. Mag is still fine. 2 mana. Yeah, I mean, I don't get it, but like, it definitely seems like intentional deck building. For what end? I don't know. Ravager, alright. That's pretty scary. It's not really something I want to a Gancho, but I appreciate your attempt to type Asmo, Lawrence. It's about as far as I would get. Asmo, and then just roll your face on the keyboard. Ooh, Pyrokinesis, alright. This Bomat's getting pretty spooky. Let's loot away this Retrofitter Foundry because it's dog shit, and I think just Redirect Lightning because, I mean, it would have been really, again, would have been really good to cast there, but it's gonna be too costly in terms of life payment at this point, I think. You just want to find, like, a Wrath or something anyway. Alright, alright, alright. Ugh. I have to let one of these connect. So I think it might honestly be like kill this. This lets them cast Asmo for 3 mana. They're missing land drops. Maybe it's just kill the Angie's. Maybe I'm being stupid and I should just kill the fucking Angie's Ravager, huh? Card's really fucked up. I don't know why I'm doing the sorcery speed. The Fable helps try to get in front of the Bomat potentially, but if they draw land, discard a card, they could play Asmo, and then they'll be able to draw like 5 cards off Bomat, but they'd also be drawing like 5 cards over the course of a couple turns off of Angie's Ravager. And if they miss, then they keep having more cards in hand, and then the Bomat gets harder and harder to sack. Ooh, or we just draw Witch Enchanter. It's just that easy, folks. I think I play a Gancho now, right? 4, 5. I get Arcane Signet into Witch Enchanter. Just hit all my land drops. It's also really fucked up if they don't have removal spells. I have Reflection plus Witch Enchanter. Sack it. Discard your hand, draw 4 cards. Oh, blast my Reflection, sure. And then, no, then sack it. Sure, sure, sure. Also get another food token. This is a little reasonable. And now we get to untap and like slam Quintorius sack of the Soul Cauldron, and then we're probably fine. They have 5 cards in hand, so it's not nothing, but probably not something either. Discard a card, play Asmo, say go. What are we casting? Axe my 1/1. 2/2, whatever. Sorcery speed axe my thing? Are we like. Alright, sure. Problem is, I don't really want to discard this Ghostfire Slice. I could just take a pass turn, right? I could just play Soul Cauldron. I don't know. Playing Quint is just so broken. They have 1 card in hand. I think I just ditch the Slice. I just go Quint. I just go Soul Cauldron Quint, and then they just never win. Even if they like discard a card, draw, discard a card, make this a 4/4, spend all of their everything to do that, like they're still so fucked. I'm not gonna play this land. There's a world that I end up wanting to, like, if I draw another good card, I need to discard a card, and I think that's more important than hitting land drops. Instant artifact creature land. Okay, they do have Delirium for Unholy Heat. What you got, Chief? Also, we drew on wing. I didn't actually touch on this. We drew on wings of gold. It's just actually unbeatable. They're so fucked. You can technically take a Quint off the board. Mono red ain't killing this on wings of gold. Attack face. Alright, yeah, if their last card is literally Unholy Heat for Quint and I don't get a thing, I just don't care. I'm just gonna attempt to block their Mako. Is it Mako or Mako? Their shark. Alright, yeah, they're dead. We did it. Oh, look, we did the thing that I said that we were probably gonna do. Which was draw good cards and discard the flagstones. Mako? Makes sense. Alright, opponent, you're incredibly dead. We also have anger. Wait, do I even... Can I minus this and, like, kill them? Oh no, I should have exiled my Witch Enchanter for more damage. Fuck. Oh well. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know, probably. Yeah, sure, whatever. My guy's also a flying. Just exile my anger. True. I missed 2 damage, though. I was supposed to relic and then Soul Cauldron my Witch Enchanter and put a counter on a spirit token. They're like so incredibly dead, though. Mako is the name of a magic card? Yeah, it's a shark, right? Not the life stream in Final Fantasy. Anyway, let's go back to the real reason we're streaming here, which is to build Fantasticar. How bad does a creature land have to be to put it in our deck? Because this is a no, but this is like maybe. You can pump your Mutable with Mishra's, Mishra's Factory. Oh, Crystal Vein's cracked. We're definitely putting that in the deck. There's no way we play like Dark Depths combo, right? We're playing like Thespian City's Urza Saga though. The backup plan, huh? Probably. I assume we have artifacts. Yeah, we have like those affinity for artifacts cards. Oh, certainly. Yeah, we want to kill things with 1 toughness that are attacking us. We'll play a desert. And probably just like the land destruction lands are playing against getting the what's the stupid fog thing? Glacial Chasm. There we go. We got there. Deserted Temple. Does this do anything? Saga? I don't know. million mana. Dust Bowl. Yeah, get that shit in here. I think Echoing Deep's as good as like another Saga, because I think Saga Beatdown is like the other plan. Eldrazi Temple? We'll have a Kozilek's command in the deck. And maybe like a couple other Eldrazi. I don't think encroaching wastes is it. The raw depths is crazy work. Like we probably play like an expedition map, right? We're not like fucking putting 30 mana into it, but like we'll like sometimes draw. I guess it's not a land though. It's part of an issue. It doesn't actually tap for anything. I mean, we could play Urborg and Yavimaya too. I don't think we can play enough snow covered wastes to make this one good. There might be enough snow covered wastes to make the other one good. I know there's another snow creature land. Fomori Vault seems like fine. We'll have a lot of artifacts. These are all terrible. Fountain Port seems fine. Frostwalk Bastion, sure. Single depth, single stage, single map. And single saga to find the single map. Did we think about this? Gemstone Caverns is correct. Ghost Quarter makes it in here. This is wild. I've never seen Ghost Town in my life. Use this ability only on another player's turn. Glimmer Post, sure, why not? We got a Cloud Post in here. It helps for the turn 2. Pump our Mutavault with Griffin Canyon. I don't think any of these cards are it, huh? Helios 1 is another strategy to kill Disruptor Flute over the course of 17 turns. It's another Surveil land. I don't think Inkmoth Nexus is it, 'cause it can't deal regular people damage. Fair is probably okay. That card seems unplayable. Unplayable. I think this is unplayable. We probably have like 4 creatures in the deck at the end. Maze of Ith doesn't really tap for mana, but good against 2099. I think our plan against 2099 is just lose, though, so yeah, creature lands, get that shit in here. Mishra's Factory, boy howdy. They printed another Mishra's Factory, but it's like 2 mana? Crazy. Didn't even know that card existed. The 3/3 for 4? Yeah, get in here, Mobilized District. We have so many creature lands. Mutavault? Fuck yeah. Buyback Urza's Saga. Planar Nexus. It is a post. Leagues are taking so long. Yeah, my last match of the night always takes like a really long time. Nykthos for the flex. I think we can get enough lands that have text in here. Although I don't know if Radiant Fountain counts as text. So we did put in the Adventurers in, but those I think are the first to be cut. The ones that literally don't do anything. Oh, Port's good. Gives us a turn 2 play. It's another Surveil land. And we got to 40. Look at that. Not even to the end. Sanctum of Ugin. If we cast a... I think you play Sanctum? Because there's a world that, like, you have Sanctum and you Mirror Enforcer and you go get the other thing and you just, like, make 2 4/4s and, like, that's part of, like, the plan C or whatever. That's probably better. Almost certainly better than, like, gaining 2 life. And we'll probably have the Eldrazi that, like, lets you look at your top 4 cards at the start of the game, too. We'll probably have, like, another that like at least a third colorless spell that costs 7. Exile graveyards, sure. Seagate Wreckage, huge. This is a lot of damage with our shitty 0-drop artifacts. Let's get Secluded Starforge in there. Plus, it's got fucking sick-ass art and name. Probably want to play like one Snow-Covered Waste. Wait, does... Boseiju doesn't work against... Boseiju beats Snow-Covered Wastes, right? So if you're playing a basic, it's like only for Ghost Quarter and like a couple other effects like that. Society is colorless decks. We're allowed to run Coffer or Borg. Oh, it is another one. Another creature land. Okay, I think we're too bad. I think that's too bad to be playing. Ping them for 1, huh? Low key might actually be decent in a deck that's dealing like exactly 16 damage. Why are there so many of this card? ETP Surveil, 1 filter land. Talon Gates, huge. Tech Edge, yeah. Are we getting to the end here? Yeah, this is like the end. There's a Scry one, yeah, fuck yeah. Does this do anything ever? Mycosynth Gardens. Copy a non-token artifact with mana value X. Does this, like, literally ever do anything in this deck? I mean, I guess it copies, like, Saga... No, it's non-token artifacts. You can't even copy a Saga token. You copy, like, an animated creature land? Wait, I don't think that works either. You'd become a land... You'd become the land. Ooh, get stage in here for Urza Saga for sure. Gain so much life. Tower of the Magistrate. Probably not. Ooh, Artifact Land. Ooh, another Locust. We got way too many lands. There's so many good colorless lands. Oh, I already put Ugin's Labyrinth in there at the start. Exile Underdark Rift, roll a d10, put target artifact, creature, or planeswalker into its owner's library beneath the top X cards of that library where X is the result. Activate only as a sorcery. What the fuck? Wild. There's some wild fucking cards out there. Holy shit, what a banger, right? That card's crazy. Oh, get all the Urza lands in here, right? Because we were a Nexus deck. I would activate that card and then call a judge. Oh, Wait, is War Room free or is War Room unactivatable if our commander has 0 colors? I think it's free, right? It's just like 3 mana, draw a card. Pay 0 life. It's not pay like an indeterminate amount of life. Can you ban me from events so I don't do no bullshit like this again? If you don't have a commander, you can't activate War Room. If your commander has no colors as a color entity, you can pay no life to activate War Room's last ability. Nice. Turn commander gains lifelink, Scry 1, and Zotac. Wow, 63. We got so many lands here. We gotta cut like a bunch of them already. Get the shitty ones out of here. I think we don't play these disguise ones because I think when you're rebuilding, you want your lands to be lands and not paying 3 mana for 2/2s. I think you want to be animating lands to attack them. So we'll cut that and we'll cut the Zotac Cavern, even though Zotac Cavern's based. What are the next worst ones? Is it just the Surveils? Okay, does Deserted Temple actually do anything? It's like exactly Urza's Saga, right? It's if you have Urza's Saga going, you can untap it, or if you have Tower plus, or if you have like Tron or Player Nexus plus Tower, you can untap it for like +1 mana. There's no way this Deserted Temple actually does anything, right? I guess it also like powers up your Helios 1 slightly faster. Candelabra at home. Wait, oh, this deck plays Candelabra, right? Because Candelabra um is 0 mana if you have like a soul land in play, right? The $4,000 worst deck you've ever seen in your life. Candle alone is $4,000. Yes, I mean this deck is probably going to be like $4,001. Oh, that's not true. We got like a Chalice of the Void and stuff in here. A couple of these 0 drops are good. Jeweled Amulet's like $10. We got like a Gemstone Caverns in here. All right, it's not going to be $4,001, but like gonna be kind of close. And oh yeah, and a City of Traders. Yeah, yeah. All right, I think we start cutting um the surveil the ETB's surveil lands because they're all just like really fucking bad. They do so hopelessly little. I think every other land in here is better than Surveil 1, right? They're almost all creature lands. Or lands that, oh, yeah, get this Radiant Fountain out of here. Or lands that like tap for 2 mana. We're keeping Secluded Starforge because it's based. I'm getting all these Surveil lands out of here. I think they're just not very good. I don't think you're really digging for anything in this deck. Your deck's primary game plan is already not just knock on the top of your deck and then pray. Pray to every god that you know and believe in. Get these fucking dog shit cards out of here. I'm cutting this Deserted Temple. We got sidetracked when I was talking about how bad it probably was. We might also cut this Helios 1, huh? Seems pretty unfeasible. Oh yeah, we're at 53 lands, so we need to cut like a lot of these lands. Maybe we cut the Sanctum of Ugin plane if that's the case. Sunscorched Desert. Is there ever a world that we need a basic? Can anyone cite a real reason that we want to be playing a Singleton Basic Wastes in this deck? Like, ever in a million years? I hit number 32 on the ladder on MTG Arena playing ranked brawl or ranked brawl with just Felia. Hey, Felia's based. I respect it. Demolition Field. Yeah, I guess if we get Field of Ruined or Demolition Fielded, huh? Maybe we do just want like one. We gotta cut 10 more lands. Alright, let's get this Helios 1 out of here. This Helios 1 is just not very good. What are the worst creature lands? Do we have to cut the Secluded Starforge? The Secluded Starforge is so fucking cool though. Do we have to? We need, yeah, we need a basic assert. Yeah, yeah, I understood. I just when we activate our own demolition field as well, we want a basic discharge. Yeah, that is how that works, huh? Kind of didn't think about the second half of resolving our own card. I think basically the only situation you're ever activating a demolition field in this deck is if you're blowing up Glacial Chasm to kill your opponent. But yeah, it probably doesn't hurt to play like exactly one, just in case. It would be pretty funny the first time I failed to find. I played a Vintage Supreme cube draft the other day with my brother, just hanging out, and we drafted a initiative deck, and I we had like 9 Moxen and Lotus and Soul Ring and stuff. And our deck had no basics in it, and then I cast game one, match one. I cast a turn one um seasoned Dungeoneer, and I was like, oh fuck, we probably need basic plate in this deck, but we still won the game and match, and then we edited the deck and put a basic plates in there, but it was really funny the very first time. Geez, we have to cut 9 more lands ish. Well, like 40 lands. What are the worst soul creature lands? There was like a 4-mana 2/2 I put in here. 4-mana 3/3. One of these guys was a 4-mana 2/2, right? Yeah. Crawling Barrens. Get this shit out of here. I'm not cutting the Secluded Starforge. It's too cool. We're not allowed to cut it. Cut the Petrified Field. Mobilized District. This thing has Vigilance. The other one also has Vigilance, right? Isn't there other one that's like animate to make a 3/3 permanently, and it is all creature types, and it's also Vigilance. Alright, we'll cut the Mobilized District. How many cards do we have? 84. What if we just like played too many lands? This deck can never win anyway, right? Like, what spells are we gonna play in this deck that are gonna be more interesting than that are gonna be better than just like hitting your land drops to go again on the Fantasticar? Your opening hand just needs like 3 lands and 3 X0 drops, right? We'll end it here for now. We'll end the deck building. All right, who's got good ideas for spells that actually matter? Like, I don't know why I keep hitting enter instead of Kozilek's command, shit like that. What's the 3-drop guy? Glaring Fleshraker. Yeah, these are the cards that we want. Play actual playable spells. Warping Whale. Yeah, you're cooking. Warping Whale. What's the other one? Spatial Contortion. I think ideally you want to be playing cards that are either like really good backup plans, like a big card, like maybe like 4-mana Karn, the card that makes constructs, or things that you can be casting on turn 1 and 2 before you do your Fantastic card bullshit. Null Elemental. Can we read Commander again? Yeah, that's probably a good call. I'll have him up over here. The Fantasticar. Null Elemental Blast probably honestly real. That's like more real than like half the cards in our deck, honestly. I'll play Null Elemental Blast. I'm also gonna go to the bathroom while we're. I expect to come back to some fucking banger ideas. In our horrible, horrible colorless deck. Probably like thought. Oh, wait, hang on. This is probably important. Defense grid, huh? The only way we ever actually win against a blue deck is if we have like defense grid. Did I add mana artifacts? I did not. We could play like the 2-drops, some of them. Anyway, I'll be right back. Mind Stone and all that. Idea ban toast. That's a good one. That's a strong idea. What was I thinking of? Oh, Hope of Girper, because Defense Grid had me thinking of other options. Hope of Girper, really awkward in that it doesn't actually let you hit them for 16, but I think if you're playing against a blue deck, you'd rather make 4/4/4 flying constructs on your second main phase than never, ever, ever, ever resolve your Fantasticar, which is your other option against anyone that's a blue deck. So what did I say? Karn Scion? Karn Scion of Urza, things that help you rebuild. Like Mystic Forge? Our deck is pure bad, all bad cards, right? Mystic Forge is a good backup plan. I didn't even know this art existed. Alright. We have 94 cards, although we can cut like 6 more lands or something. And we're like kind of already out of spells. How many spells exist that like aren't just artifacts? Are we supposed to play like Memnite, Ornithopter plus Drum as additional ways to play something on turn 2? Because we already have Paradise Mantle, right? Because doesn't that cost 0 mana? Yeah. Maybe we just play Memnite, Ornithopter, Drum? Or like we could look at good 1 mana artifacts. Let's look at like anything that exists. Uh, that isn't an artifact or a land. Looks like the game might be over. This is our last match. Emery. Alright. This hand is not bad against Emery. It's a little awkward. But I'll definitely keep it. It's better for me if it's not turn 2 Emery, but if it is, it's not the end of the world. Cool, not turn 2 Emery. Or not turn 1 Emery, I mean. There's no world that I march the Tormod's Crypt or something, yeah, because they can just play land, play Emery. The follow-up is, do I oust it or do I march it? Oust is nice because it's a 1-mana answer to Emery. The march costs, like, I just pitched the Ravages. March is bad if they have, like, a Spell Piercer now. I have to, like, Pyrokinesis it. Although oust, God, I hate this Rugged Prairie so much. If this wasn't Rugged Prairie 2, we could oust it, and then they like land replay Emery, and then we bolt it, and then we potentially have the ability, like some breathing room to cast literally anything. I think I will march it though for that reason. Yeah. If they just like land Emery again, it's really nice if we pick up a land, because then we can at least like oust plus reprieve. Or they just have like Kappa and we cry a lot. Make a guy play an Emery. Make a guy don't play an Emery. Did you miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No. Just want to hold something up. Sure. Well, I was kind of hoping we would hit a land drop, but it is what it is. I'm really excited to reprieve a 1-mana Emery and then have them recast it for 1 mana. It's going to be fun. feel like they have a counterspell or something. The fact that they didn't cast the Emery last turn. Yeah, if they don't cast it again, they're holding something up at 2 mana. It's like really suspicious. But maybe they're just casting a main 2, sure. There's a point where I want to just Kinesis up a bunch of tokens. I don't know when that point is. I hate that I can't cast Lightning Bolt here and Surveil. Okay, that's fine. Animate your crypt. Do you want to like play Emery again first? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, we're just attacking. What am I looking for? Not that. That's maybe not bad. I keep feeling like they're holding something up. So it's possible that this can just be a Scrabbling Claws turn. And like set up for potentially a Quint, or just like Mag Sinkhole or Bolt or Kinesis stuff down and then untap and then try to do something from there. Emery costs 7 currently, right? Yeah. I think I'm supposed to just kill these 3 servos. Pitching the 4th. The 4th seems pretty bad against a retrofitter. If they play Emery, I can bolt it. If they play... Oh, 4 mana Urza's rough. 2, 3 mana in response. If I sinkhole this, then they'll have 3 mana and 4 artifacts, and then they can recast the Emery. And then I bolt the Emery. I think I have to I think I have to sinkhole the Urza with the trigger on the stack, and then beat the construct on board, which is like kind of horrible. But I think the construct's easier to beat than the Urza is. Oh, they didn't float a bunch of mana? Okay. Problematic that they have like the ability to untap and attack me, my Quint with like 2/4/4s though. Squeeze pretty big. Like fawn here? Nope. I guess squeeze not that great against Tormod's Crypt, but can force them to use it eventually. We're going to play Boros Garrison and pick up Elegant Parlor, maybe? If they're gonna crack Crypt, they should probably do it right there. I think I just chump block this. Maybe I was supposed to shock if my plan is to chump block. Map for Saga, play Saga. Seems a little slow. But maybe they want to go find Flute as fast as possible. I'm kind of surprised they didn't Crypt in response to the Scrab and Claws activation. Are they just not going to Crypt the Squee? I guess they can't. Oh, if they did, then they would lose. Their thing would die. Because it would be a 3/3. I mean, they could have just cast the World Knight pre-combat, though. Paying an X spell? Oculus. Yeesh. That's a terrifying one. Jesus. All right, well, I think I know what my plan is, and it's double bolt this Oculus. Step one is surveil, and then plus squee. Does leave me with one less mana if I or if I plus Quint into like something good, right? So I could not surveil first in case I want to shock Sacred Foundry and cast more spells. It's probably more worth it than getting the surveil into the draw, because I'm not looking for anything in particular now that I have an answer to the Oculus. Plus first. Discard squee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it the strat? Can I win if I bolt Geddon? Does Scrabbling Claws beat their board? I don't think it does, right? They have a 5/5 construct. And the ability, I guess their Emery costs like 7 mana, and they have 5 artifacts. Scrabbling Claws solos here, very well might. It's a weird thing to say, Jeff BT. How about we try again? Something less weird. Scrabbling Claws might honestly solo. I'm gonna make a claws. I'm gonna make Scrabbling Claws at sorcery speed. There's less likelihood that they activate the crypt right now. I think at least. Hell yeah. I think this is safe, but it's a little close. Just gonna stack block the construct. They like desperately need to crack this crypt, I think. They're definitely gonna get buried if I have Squee and Claws going every turn. But if they crack the crypt, they're further away from like their Emery is pretty out of reach here unless they have like Seat. Yeah. I don't think I'm looking for something this turn, so I'm gonna plus first. And discard because of the Spirit Guide's pretty easy. Discard. This Anthonice is not the most castable card I've ever seen, but oh. Yeah, seems fine. I'm supposed to be attacking there, actually. I think I'm on, like, just straight up on offense now. Well, there's another land for them. They could, like, try to Blackstaff me. There's a lot of good cards. Am I ever supposed to flute Blackstaff here? I just really don't think I care that much, honestly. If they animate and attack the Quint for 4 or whatever, like we go get Mistveil Plains, we can Anthonice the 4/4 afterwards. Seven. Okay. Okay, this has Summoning Sickness, but I guess they have to do this now. Because it's a sorcery activation only. So now we fetch. Go get Mistvale Plains, play Mountain. Oh no, then we need to fetch Plains here because I need white. Fetch Plains here. On thin ice. Kill your bauble. Attack you for 6. Yeah, alright. Whew. I think it was a little scary to start. And then that Oculus showed up. We got there though. We had to like removal spell Emery a bunch, which isn't the most ideal. You really want like the targeted artifact hate, so you can just kind of leave the Emery in play, but it worked out. I feel like they fumbled the Oh no. Wait, yeah, no, the Urza's turn, right? The Urza turn they could have floated 3 mana and cast the Emery, and then they didn't. I don't think they did anything. Alright, well we have Power Blasted Shenanigans. This like hand has to be a keep, right? Maybe it's stupid to shock this in. Maybe I'm supposed to just fetch Plateau, but I do kind of like conserving my fetch lands for Surveils. Oh, right, that's how that works. Oh, well, we can Shenanigans the 4/4 next turn. That's fine. They cast Emery, we Power Blast it. And we Shenanigans the 4/4. I think I counter it, right? Don't let them mill. Is there like a mill card? Is there a card that they can hit that matters in the graveyard? It obviously matters for like future Emerys if they ever get a actual like activation. They just kept one lander with the Retrofitter Ornithopter combo? Oh, baby. They're so fucked. Get that shit off my screen. Get out of here. Shenanigans. I'll do it again next turn. No! My shenanigans! Oh, well. Easy come, easy go. I was so excited to fucking blow up everything that they had every turn for the rest of this game, but it is what it is. Not even cycling the Soul Guide, interesting. I feel like you really need to hit that second land drop. Am I gonna get Force Spiked? Is this even good? I don't think so. I also don't even think I care if I get Force Spiked. Damn, maybe I should have cared if I got... Oh, never mind, just wash away. Can't play around that one. Yeah, it's completely fine. I think we're Monumental Hinging next turn. Oh, that's why they didn't cycle. I maybe should have thought about that. Is Monumental Henge better than Quarry Mountain Monastery? Maybe not. Get in there one land. What do we think about that one? How do we feel about that line? hope they can replay Emery. Pretty big for them. Not really, but... I can't believe they Soul Guide Lantern to my shenanigans. It's so fucked up. I say as they've been on one land for 100 turns. Emery's commander decks, yeah, that's the cool thing about it. Gimme. Probably just leave it under there, right? Yeah. You see Monumental Henge in my hand. Jar. It's Okay, they give up. We did it. Is Strip legal? No, very much no. They banned like Strip Mine Wasteland and a bunch of like the fast man and stuff. All right, another. I think we've like 4-1 3 leagues in a row or something, which is kind of annoying that I've been on this like 4-1 streak for a while and we haven't gotten a trophy in a hot minute. But I mean, consistent. You can't complain about consistent 4-1s. 80% win rate is obviously very very good. Deck still feels great. What did we lose to? We lost to the fucking Terra deck again. The deck that I can't seem to beat. I think the head-to-head deck building is pretty in favor of Quintorius, but like we had the mulligans and then our game 3, and we know how it panned out. All right, let's finish up building this deck since it's actually pretty early, and then we'll call it a stream. We gotta finish building the Fantasticar. What was I searching? I was searching colorless cards that are legal in colorless decks that aren't artifacts or lands. Probably want to limit to like mana value less than 4. Also, can anyone name the modern the Eldrazi that they play in Modern, where you reveal it in your opening hand, and you like get to like look at your top 4 and exile 3 of them or whatever? I don't know what that card's called. Less than or equal to 4 mana, probably. Devourer of Destiny, thank you. That one definitely goes in the deck. Oh, I should probably omit cards that aren't legal in the format, so I don't get like a bunch of bullshit. Unplayable. Eldrazi Confluence, huh? Probably not. Eldritch Immunity? Probably not. Liberator Urza's Battlethopter. Is that good? How is definitely not a turtle not playable? I'll admit I did not read it. I just looked at the name and I was like, this card can't be good. It does give all your colorless spells and artifacts flash, but I don't know how useful that is when all of our colorless spells and artifacts are terrible. And also 0 mana mostly, so you can't really trigger... I guess if you like start paying the X costs, you can start buffing your Liberator. Are there any other cards like that? Oh, the 2-drop, right? What's the 2-drop ward guy that gets bigger every time you play an artifact? I think it's like a fine backup plan. I put Fleshraker in the deck, right? Yeah. Patchwork, yeah. Patchwork Automaton. Automaton. So we got the tooth and the scale. Don't worry, Mush. Way ahead of you in this list of 36 artifacts. We got tooth and scale of Chiscoria. Genuinely, I think Eldritch Immunity might make the cut. It just like protects your like creature land from dealing the last points of damage versus a removal spell or something. I don't know. We don't worry. We have literally every castable everything that we cast for 0 mana in this deck. If you're about to list it, we have it. We have it. Fucking Darksteel Relic, a Quarter Shield, Cathar Shield, Chimeric Mass. We got shit we don't even know what it does. Delif's Cone. I'm still not reading that card. Good Gustha's Scepter, Herbal Poultice, Sigil of Distinction. Delif's Cone is reserved list. Well, I'll never know because I won't fucking read it. Oh, this is a kill, right? You can kill him like this. It's like makes your guys 5/5s. I don't know if that's actually good. It that heralds the end. It would be really funny though to like actually turn 3 somebody. Or like turn 2 somebody. You go turn 1, City of Traders, it that heralds the end. Turn 2, land, Fantasticar, three artifacts, and they just fucking die. Wouldn't that be hilarious? We just get to turn 2 kill someone? It'd be awesome. Can we play Argentum Masticore? Probably not. Chittering Cicada. Oh wait, isn't this like the Flash guy? This is like Urza's Liberator. Or Urza's Battlethopter. Except slightly it's except worse, I guess. I guess if we're not playing Battlethopter, we're not playing Skittering Cicada. Oh, we play Tez, right? Do we play Tez? Does this do anything? I guess we can like ult it, right? If you just play it on three mana and just like play 3 shitty things, then you make an emblem and you just make your we're playing Tez. We also probably play Expedition Map. Just for like Saga. Wow, these cards fucking suck. Oh, someone's a Nettle Cyst? Yeah, Nettle Cyst is a good one. Good shout. I don't know if Walking Ballista makes the cut, because it doesn't trigger the Fantasticar, and it's just like a 1/1 or a 2/2, right? It's like good with Ravager, I guess, but the fuck is this Ravager art? Is this Shredder or something? This is looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think. I don't know. Yeah, unfortunately, creatures don't trigger the Fantasticar. We have to cast 4 non-creature spells in the same turn, which is why our deck has like 9 creatures in it. I think we got a deck here. This is just literally 100 cards. If we want to, if there are actually more unlicensed to lean into the car theme, I guess maybe I'm supposed to search like if there are any good Saga bullets that I should be playing that aren't just like map or Tormod's Crypt or Hope of Girapur. Maybe there's something that I'm missing there, but oh, skateboard. Yeah, skateboard's definitely a big one. Obviously, we want like the haste enabler. All right, so we need to cut another land. We just need to slowly chip away at these lands. Let's cut this Echoing Deeps. Is there a way I can search? Oh no, I just search artifacts that have 1 mana. Artifact, mana cost 1. Legal, dual commander, go. 300, huh? Alright. Oh no, hang on. I gotta omit the ones that are not legal in a colorless deck. Like the spell bombs and shit. Bad. There's a world where we could be like an amulet deck and get like 2 more soul lands out of those like lands, the land like the Karus, the colorless Karus, but it seems like not the play. Pithing Needle, I doubt you ever grab it. Yeah, we probably don't play it then. these cards are terrible. Crazy how that works when our deck is just filled with bad cards, that all the cards are bad. Is there ever a world where we could be like a KCI deck? How did KCI kill back in the day? What was like the loop? I guess you can't loop without like 2 copies of something, right? I'm just wondering if we have just a bunch of like bullshit. Can we like KCI kill someone? Probably not. We'd maybe play Currency Converter. This is kind of like a creature land. Mirror Retriever. Can we win with 1 Mirror Retriever and 1 Scrap Trawler? No, it's like, this is way too much work. I give up. Never mind. Forget I asked. Thopter. We could play Currency Converter and Thopter Foundry to beat quote unquote the blue decks. Currency Converter, Thopter Foundry. Wait, no, not Thopter Foundry. It's wait, why can't it find Thopter Foundry? But it's literally in my deck. Retrofitter Foundry. Do we want Drum, Memnite, Ornithopter? They don't really work in the deck. Aetherflux Reservoir? I don't think we're ever gonna, like, have that many. Is that, unless we're, like, gonna get them with Reservoir plus Mystic Forge. Ghost Fireblade? Probably not. Paint, just jam Painter Grindstone into it. Just have it. Just find, just get them. Simply draw the cards that kill them. I'm like way too in on building this deck that's just gonna like be played in 1 league and be really bad and I'm never gonna play it again, but it's just really funny. It greatly amuses me to think about. And so here we are. I think we got most of the cards we need. I don't think we need any of this other shit. I think we've built the perfect deck. I need to cut 2 lands, but I think we've built the perfect deck. Signal Pest is another way that they die on like the same turn, right? Because it, yeah, all right. Maybe we play Signal Pest, huh? Signal Pest into the combo, and you actually just like 20 of them. Skull Clamp. Wait, Skull Clamp? Do we have like 1/1 makers, right? Is this a Skull Clamp deck? Am I getting too many cards where I'm gonna have to actually start cutting into the number of lands that I'm playing? Probably. Vexing Bauble? Wait. Actually? Wait, hang on. That counters all of our spells. But our spells are bad. I think this is good because it protects you from specifically Force of Negation. I think there's a very reasonable argument to just play Vexing Bauble in your deck. Also stops you from getting like Pyrokinesis or like Solitude or whatever on one of your guys and potentially buying them more time. If you get them for like 12 instead of 16, then like they can untap and like cast 2 more kill spells and you might just be dead. It's also cast, right? Yeah. The card triggers on cast for the card. So you can play like turn 1 the Vexing Bauble, and then you just jam all your zeros into it and then trigger your car anyway, because all your zeros suck. Alright, I think we've done it. I think the only considerations that I would have for this deck are like if you want to play like Memnite, Ornithopter. I guess we did also just get like Ornithopter plus Retrofitter Foundry. So we have 104 cards right now. So if we play Memnite, Ornithopter, Springleaf Drum, that's up to 107, and we'd have to cut 7 cards. That puts us at 38. That's like a lot. Then we'd have to actually find like 2 cuts ish. Because we don't need like. We probably want like 40 lands though. Let's just cut 4 cards. Let's not play the drum shit stuff. No, I changed my mind. Let's play the drum stuff. I think this deck wants to like turn 2 as much as it possibly can. And then we'll cut like 5 cards. I think Inventor's Fair gets the cut next, and Scavenger Grounds. I don't think we're playing a long enough game where we're gonna want to like exile someone's graveyard. Secluded Starboard is staying in the fucking deck. This card rips. I love it too much. We can't cut it. Maybe we have like too many of these like non-basic land destroyer things. We just like don't need this many answers to fucking Glacial Chasm when we're like already not beating anything else. Let's cut the desert too. Only 1 toughness creatures are attacking in this format. He says, being the cloud player. 2 more cuts. Where are like some of the more expensive creature lands? And one of the stupid demolition fields can probably get the axe. Inventor's Fair is only 4 mana. Stalking Stone's the OG. We cut that one along. I think Soulstone Sanctuary is the next one. Just a lot of mana for it. I might be missing one, but it's fine. 102. Are any of these cards like bad and we just shouldn't play them? Not really, right? I think most of the like the I mean maybe we can cut the Null Elemental Blast actually. Genuinely, like what is this card countering that we can't beat? 2099. But like we've already lost that match because their deck is blue and therefore we can never win. This card actually beating it? Like the cards that beat us are like Wrath of the Skies, Force of Despair, literally any counter spell, cards that like don't let you cast multiple spells in the same turn, like an Archon of Emeria. Maybe this Null Elemental Blast actually sucks, even in our terrible, terrible colorless deck. Pest Control? Yeah, no one plays that card though. I'm removing the Null Elemental Blast. And then the Mishra's Foundry, maybe? We'll play 39. Yeah, alright, I like this. Alright, we did it. 39. Boom. We did it. Certainly, we should have cut our secluded Starforge before one of the other cards, but it is fucking. Look at that art. Perfect deck. All right, we did it. We've solved it. This is this is gonna make for a fun league exactly once, and then we'll get like massive screenshot equity, and then that's it. I just want like a turn 3 kill. I don't even want the turn 2 kill that bad. We just get like one turn 3 kill. It'll be great. Anyway. And then we have this, which I can then now list, I think. I usually keep my decks unlisted until I'm like done futzing with them. How do I list a deck? Click to make this deck public. Perfect. All right. Now I guess it's public. I don't know. Well, that was fun. A fun little treat for us when these cards drop. I think in 2 weeks, right? Like literally like 2 weeks from today, they should be on Moto. Plus 14 is the 23rd. Yeah. So on that day, I will probably play some Doomsday, some Doctor Doom. Maybe we'll find time to play some some car matches, or maybe we'll save that for a different league or something. But this is the deck that I'm more interested in trying, that I actually think has potential and isn't just a meme. The card deck seems very fun, though. I'm very excited to play both of these when the new set arrives. But next week's going to just be some Cloud, like normal. Maybe we can get our 5-0. Maybe we can break our 4-1 curse. But for now, let's go find someone to raid. Because that's all for today's stream. I hear my cat screaming in the other room. She's desperate for attention. Let's go find someone to raid. All right, boom. Guilt Spire. Oh, she heard me talking shit about her. And now she's here to complain that I'm not giving her attention. What do you want? Hello. Bat. Alright, raid. My computer's being really slow. I probably should have just like closed Moto. It's probably just like eating up everything. Anyway, I'll see you guys all next week. Hope everyone has a good one. We'll be back. More Duel Commander, and then even like more Legacy down the road once Marvel comes out. Like I said, I've mentioned it a few times. Also, no one's listening to the end of this video / stream, but kind of waiting for Tron to probably get banned at the end of June before I play more Legacy. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. I am interested in Legacy or in Marvel cards for Legacy too. Some red white D&T with Mjolnir and stuff. But that'll be for next time. Catch y'all later.